Welcome back to In the Wind Tarot. I'm going to do another read. I've shuffled the cards. I've connected. I've asked for guidance. Let's cut the cards. The Hanged Man, the Chariot, King of Cups. It's the inability to go forward, move forward, control, guide. All right. And we just remember that for the rest of the reading. I have a kitten, and he may jump up here on the table. So, or you may hear me tell him to scat. They don't understand that. Okay, we have the Knight of Pentacles and the Page of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles. You notice they're both offering a pentacle. So the Knight of Pentacles may be offering a portion. Pentacles must be about pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles has an opportunity to invest in something in order to get the Ace of Pentacles, but he's uncertain. There's contention, disorganization with this bright new beginning and partnership. There's conflict over love being offered to the Empress. Then we have Judgment, who's past judgment. They want to send a message that she's fine and self-contained. The Empress is taking care of herself. There's some conflict. She's taking care of herself. And she has, looks like somebody wants to help her complete this cycle. So maybe the Knight of Pentacles is wanting to come in and invest in something here. Let's find out more. All right. Okay. Then we have the Hanged Man. Oh, complete the sacrifice. Complete the cycle. Inability to move, but receiving downloads. Then we have the Knight of Wands. Page of Swords is reversed. Let me get some more. Oh, dear. And there's the Death card. Let me get some more out here and see what's going on. So we had the Knight of Wands appear after the Hanged Man. Then the Page of Swords reversed, the Seven of Wands, Death, Nine of Wands, Ten of Pentacles, Six of Swords, Ten of Swords, and Wheel of Fortune. And here comes the King. So all the cards that were in the cut have shown up. The King of Cups, the Three of Swords, the Queen of Cups, the Three of Wands, and then Temperance. So let's go with this. On the bottom we have the Seven of Swords. So this is concerning finances, conflict, wands, and swords. So we begin with the Knight of Pentacles. He wants to offer a Page of Pentacles to get a Ace of Pentacles, but he's undecided about the conflict because he wants to use his tools to bring this giant Ace of Cups to this Empress. But the Empress is past judgment. She's controlling her emotions. She sent a message that she's fine, and she's measuring out her finances so that she can complete a cycle. Which has caused the Knight of Wands. She's working to, she needs help? Let's see, Empress. The help of the Empress has come to an end. She's made a judgment about receiving help, and she's not going to have it because it can lead to unclear outcomes. Now we assume you are the Empress. Empress status. Empress understanding. They're undecided how they're going to bring this offer of help into you because you have your bounds up. The time for them to help you has come to an end, and it is heartbreaking. The King of Cups is being blocked. Yeah, you're very defensive about being offered any money, any help from these people. Right here, you're very self-contained. The message you've sent is that Page of Swords reversed. That's sharp, cutting, final, absolute. Not going to happen. Spinning this Wheel of Fortune, and again blocked. Now we have the King and Queen of Cups here. They're brokenhearted. Broken heart sits between them, so apparently they're divorcing or splitting up. This cycle has completed. She's waiting to hear about any finances that she'll be getting out of this, or what the status of the finances are. She feels like she's had to sacrifice quite a bit of this Ten of Pentacles, and she's brokenhearted about that. The King of Cups, this cycle has completed, and he wants to come forward to the Empress, but he is again being blocked. Not only by Temperance, but also by the Empress is defending against him. So, do you know these people? The Knight of Pentacles is in conflict with helping. He's in conflict with helping the King of Cups because the Knight of Pentacles, he doesn't want to use that for this, and the King of Cups, he wants to bring this offer into the Empress, and then they can go away together. That's what he wants. How funny. But on the bottom, again, we have deception, sneaking, obsession with Page of Cups. So, might be that the Knight of Pentacles is trying to figure a way to sneak on over to your place, offer you his Page of Pentacles. He's not sure if that would bring you in, but he would like to go away with you. The Knight of Pentacles. The King of Cups is broken up. He wants to come to you as well. But you seem to be managing by yourself. And I think as the Nine of Pentacles here, you're meeting out. This is your Six of Pentacles that you're splitting up and maybe budgeting or paying other people to help you as opposed to needing these two to help, if you know these people. Let's find out more about none of this sounds really something that you'd really just, run towards. Especially if it's been 3 months, 3 weeks. This is fresh growth. Hasn't been that long since the King of Cups and the Queen of Cups split. We have the Ace of Wands, the Six of Wands, Death. The Ace of Wands is a new beginning, new enterprises. Six of Wands is your reputation, writing in, successful, and then death is the end of a cycle. So perhaps when there's death here, you may end the cycle of helping, you may complete that cycle. Go do something else. Let's see. What about the Empress? Empress. We want to know more about our Empress. There's the Ace of Wands. So you may well be off on a new, wonderful project, adventure, job, enterprise, something offered by the hand of God, by the universe. What else about our Empress? What about this big Ace of Wands? This Ace of Wands is going to come around because people are receiving a message and they're shocked that you're actually a High Priestess. Somebody. Okay, who is receiving this message then? That's what we need to know next. Who's receiving that? Or maybe your new enterprise is that that you'll have some kind of spiritual business. Spiritual. Yeah, but these people are all involved. Who's receiving that message? That was my original question. I'm sticking to it. Who? Who's in the tower over that? Are you in the tower? Maybe you didn't know that you had spiritual gifts. That's way too many, y'all. Who's in the hangman tower? King of Swords. He didn't know. What else can you do? King of Swords. He doesn't know if it's good or bad. He's like, what? I don't know. He's got all judgment. What's his judgment? Oh. His judgment is he's very upset. It's a nightmare. It's a nightmare for the King of Swords to realize that you are indeed not only an empress but a high priestess and that you have called judgment. Okay. So, King of Swords, you didn't show up in our first report. Oh, King of Swords has been breaking the rules. That's why he's in it. King of Swords, sometimes an attorney or someone who communicates, who directs, who is supposed to be cutting the good from the bad and making things better, but apparently this guy has decided that he wanted to do a bad thing, and now he's upset because he realizes that you are aware of what has been going on. Okay. King of Swords. What'd you do there, bud? What does this have to do? Well, probably pentacles and wands and swords is what it has to do with. King of Swords, what'd you do? What's this related to? Why is the Hierophant in reverse? You're not interested in telling us. Come on. You can tell us, or the King of Cups will tell us. He's like, King of Cups doesn't know. Okay. Yeah, he does. King of Swords. Recuperating. Sick. Ill. Praying. And again, we have the swords piercing those vital chakras. So, what'd you do? What'd you say for some money? You said something. What'd you say? What'd you stand up and say? That's too many, please. Make sure I got him in upright. What'd you say? Oh gosh, have we gone completely crooked? I'm sorry. Okay. King of Swords. King of Swords. What'd you do? What'd you do? What'd you do? What'd you do? Why are you in the Nine of Swords and the Four of Swords? Hell, I guess we're going to have to take them. Oh, dear. Okay. Because these two the Queen of Wands and the King of Pentacles have come to an end, or else they've stabbed him in the back. Oh, okay. Yeah, because the King of Swords, he took some money. He knew there was a possibility of some problems. He was alert for the storm. But he took some money from the King of Pentacles, Queen of Wands, and they have pretty much stabbed him in the back. He's looking inside at what he could have done differently. But he went ahead. He had examined it. He knew there could be problems. But he went ahead and he spun the Wheel of Fortune anyway. He's like, sure, I'll work on that for you guys. And he used his intelligence, emotional, mental force to control the situation and create a new world for these people. Concern is still in your security. Now the message has got back to the Queen of Pentacles, and she's rode off to the Queen of Swords. Oh my goodness, this turned into a soap opera. And she's told the Queen of Swords what's happened, what her husband has been working on. Remember, this is the Queen of Pentacles. I bet she found out about the Queen of Wands. Okay, all this is popped open. And she wants justice. She's hiding, the Queen of Pentacles is hiding that she had a lover that she'd gone off with. And that he's broken her heart. The Knight of Cups. Oh dear, who are these people? They're all in each other's beds. The Star. Are you blocking a King of Wands also? The Empress. Blocking the King of... Well, I guess if they're all in each other's beds, why would you? The King of Cups, you don't want him. The Knight of Pentacles has not approached you yet, but he's hoping so. But the Knight of Pentacles, dad and mom are fixing to get a divorce. The Queen of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles still with a... Oh, here's the King of Wands. That's the Queen of Wands match. So Knight of Cups wanting to come forward too and tell you that he's brokenhearted. And he's going to choose to take a path to expose everything. And he's brokenhearted about you. But that's either being blocked or else you're blocking this King of Wands, which is the Queen of Wands' match. Yeah, you're blocking this bullshit. You've left him out in the cold as far as this marriage and help and love is concerned. Oh, wow. So these people are all, oh, dear. Well, how did you get involved in this? How did you... But that's, we meet people, I guess, and we don't know all their secrets, And I guess people... These are some older people. These are kings and queens. These are not a bunch of knights and that. So, looks like everybody's cheating on everyone. It appears, or it just, I can't. I didn't sit down and write it out and draw lines because there seems to be quite a bit of it going on. And you might need to do that. If this is your situation, you might need to draw lines of who's sleeping with who and who's lying and who's cheating. Or considering this is you, the Empress, the High Priestess, you probably already kind of have an idea, and you probably shouldn't be around these people. These are probably your friends or ex-friends or people associated maybe with an ex of yours, but it didn't really come out that any of these were your ex. So only you know what situation you're going through, and several people in this old world go through similar situations. So looks like you're blocking people and don't want anything to do with any of this. So watch out for this Knight of Pentacles. He just wants to come in and run off and leave all that behind. Or maybe, yeah. But he's got 6 swords that he'd have to take with him. And is that something that you want to do? And the King of Cups, he's stuck. The King of Pentacles is stuck. Looks like everybody might be ended up going to court for divorces or rewriting trusts or paperwork, whatever people do when they decide to stay in a cheating marriage. I'm sure there's some recompense. Maybe not. I don't know. Anyway, this has been somebody's read. And looks like you're pretty much doing what you can do. And it shows that you are taking care of yourself and you don't need help from anyone else. And as a matter of fact, you may be helping others. So use your High Priestess instincts and be alert for any storm clouds that are forming, and be prepared. And always seek advice from your higher power, and also professional advice. This is for entertainment purposes only. Thanks for watching. Bye.